Hello, how's it going? Today we're going to try and create something to try and beat boredom. We've created lots of things and we're still creating more things because I like creating things. This is episode 8 and today we're going to be using Fimo, which is like a modelling clay. And we're going to be creating a few things. We're going to be creating a sheep, who will be known as Sheep F. And we're also going to be making some counters for the scoreboard to finish that off, and some counters to use whenever we play a game, which we use counters for in Sibling Rivalry. Okay, so let's start off with what you'll need. Fimo Tools and some Fimo. So we're going to start off with Sheep F. Step 1, start with a large white oval. I just have to simply move it around until it makes an oval. It's pretty easy. Step 2, attach 4 squished cylinders for legs. Something that I've actually found, which was quite annoying at the time, was with the white body, you've got to be very careful not to mix that up with the black Fimo at all, because the colour does run a lot. And later on I use red, and sadly the sheep does finally look like a little bit red. So it's a little bit disheartening, but oh well, you have to live with what you got. Step 3, make a black oval head, sort of rounded at the bottom for the nose and sort of pointed at the top for the top. Step 4, attach the eyes and make the nose. Just little dots for the nose, and obviously the eyes are eyes, so just try and do that if you can. Very difficult to make them look the right way so it doesn't look derpy. Step 5, attach the ears. It's quite easy actually. I thought it was going to be quite hard, but it's not really. You just make the long pieces and then you sort of fold them over and squish them a little bit. Not as hard as I thought. Step 6, attach the head, although I kind of already have, just so I could see where I needed to put some of the features, but oh well. Attach the head if you haven't already. Step 7, cook at 110 degrees for 30 minutes. Okay, now we're going to have a look at the counters. Step 1, make 4 coin-shaped objects. Step 2, make initials on each one. Very difficult. It took me a while to get this right because I wanted them to look okay. It's quite hard to get them to look exactly the way I wanted them to look, but I think I'm happy with them at the end. Step 3, this is optional and I chose not to do this. This was for the scoreboard. I was going to cut away a little piece so I can put one of the other counters inside of it, so it's like 2 stuck together. However, I decided not to do this because I spent too much time trying to get the initials right that I didn't do this. But this was optional. You can cut it away so they look like this, as I'm sort of showing on the video, but I decided not to in the end. Step 4, cook at 110 degrees for 30 minutes. And there we go. That's the Fimo Creations done. So you can sort of see as I'm holding them around here. Obviously you can see the red on the sheep if you can. If you can't, I'm not sure I can in real life. I'm not sure you can on the video, but slightly red, which is a little bit... it upsets me quite a lot more than it should. I'm tempted to see sort of paint it if I can. I don't know if you can, but I'm not sure. It's obviously something you probably could try as well. But yeah, this is just one design. Obviously, there's loads of things you can do. People do flowers and all sorts and stuff. Like you could put like rings in it to let them make like key rings and stuff like that. A lot of the videos online are all sort of French. I was watching one for something, and it was a French person that was doing it, so I couldn't understand what they were saying. But you can see what they were doing. It was pretty good. But there's loads of stuff that are out there, and it's really good to make like all these little things. Whether or not we can actually make them like that is another matter, but I'm sure you can. I tried and didn't do quite what I wanted, but I'm happy with it anyway. But Sheep F, you know, he likes his flowers, so you know, the governor of Spree, I made him a little flower. It's like a red flower. Unfortunately, it did break, so I glued it back together, but you can't really tell. So if I didn't mention it, you probably wouldn't have been able to notice, but he's got a little flower there. So if you do any of this yourself, you made anything different, I would love to see some pictures. Always will, or even if you just leave a comment about, you know, I made a dragon that was 10 feet tall, just let me know. I'd love to read that. But this is one way to beat boredom. We'll be back next week with some more videos to beat boredom. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye. Bah!